Hello and welcome to Ross and Tanya Gardening and Stuff. I have Tanya here.
Evening all, evening.
So we've learnt some things from our first podcast, haven't we?
Yeah, well, I need to apologise for my mispronunciation of Romanesco. So I kept saying throughout the whole podcast it was a Romanesca, and I told you that I was new to the whole Romanesco world, and I ballsed it up straight away.
Yes, it is
But
a Romanesco.
it's a Romanesco, not a Romanesca, and I said it throughout the whole time, and even when I listened, it made me cringe so bad. No apologies.
And we also have our own Instagram now.
Yeah,
You can find that if you just type in Ross and Tanya. And there you can see the Romanesco cauliflower.
in all its glory. That's my picture. Unfortunately, it was dark when I took it, but I tried to get it as detailed as I possibly could, and so you could see the pure glory of the Romanesco.
And I zoomed right in on it as well.
Yeah, I literally can't. I still haven't cooked it yet. It's gonna live in my fridge
Oh,
forever.
yeah, probably. So I have the topic for today. You don't know what it is yet, do you?
No.
But I thought we'd talk about how to get started into gardening and houseplants and things.
Okay. Lovely.
Because I think a lot of people don't know how to get started. They want to have a plant and they don't know what to do.
Yeah. And your first thought is, oh, I can't have any plants because I kill them.
Yeah, a lot of people just think, oh, I'll just die.
Yeah, no, I was that way.
um, we touched on how you got into your houseplants last time.
Yeah. And I think the
Um,
best one to kind of, well, my main plant that I've always had that has never died, and my first plant was an orchid.
yeah, see, and I really struggle with orchids. Normally I have them all dying all the time.
I had one though that didn't flower for about 2 years, but I was determined to keep it alive, and I knew it wasn't dead. So I got one of those little orchid feeders for like £1, and then that just gave it the boost it needed to flower again, and now it always flowers.
Feeding is key. If you are going to
Yeah,
get feed for it, make sure you get a proper orchid one as well.
exactly. And also, it when there are no flowers and there's no stem, that doesn't mean it's dead. It's not dead. It's just having its sleep. It's having its little hibernation, nap recovery before it blooms again.
Yeah,
If there's green leaves, that means it's still alive.
yeah, that's true.
Plants sleep like animals and us. They have their little moment where they just need to kind of get their shit together and then bloom again.
My orchid's actually in flower at the moment, and my
Yeah.
mum taught me how to do orchids good
Oh
because
yeah.
she's really good at them, and she just taught me to just neglect them because she's quite good at doing that with her plants. She forgets that she has to water them sometimes.
They
But
do require very low maintenance, but I think that's the best one to kind of start you off on.
yeah, that is a good one to start
If
with.
you want one with flowers, that is. If you want just pure greenery, um, I would suggest a mother-in-law's tongue plant.
Yeah, that's quite good. What the Sansevieria? I can't
Yeah,
say
I
that
I
properly.
don't know the technical words, but this is where you come in. But you barely need to water them, and especially in the winter time, I think they literally need like a water every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks.
Yeah, not even that really. You can forget about it for ages,
Yeah,
and then
yeah, you can literally neglect them and they will never die.
oh, I completely got the name wrong of mother-in-law's tongue.
Well, have you?
I think, yeah.
Well, it's your turn to apologise now.
So it's a Draciana trifasciata, which I can't say that properly either. I
No,
will
I.
never say the Latin names properly.
Do you know what though? This is why they have these nicknames because whoever names these plants makes it really difficult for us humans.
Yeah, I want to actually name a plant one day, my own plant, and call it Rossium or something like that. uh,
Rossium.
Ross Rossium floribunda or something like that.
Oh, blimey. Don't think much of yourself, do you?
Well, then I can just go down. I'll just live forever, eternally in a plant name.
Can't ever
Till it
shoot you off
gets
then. Shoot.
until it gets wiped out by global warming.
Which is how
Um,
you're doing.
so I'm gonna say how I got into gardening actually,
Yeah, go
which
for
is
it.
just when I was really young, just always loved it. I remember my mum gave me a little square out the front garden,
Square,
just a little like square plot where I could do whatever I wanted in.
little patch.
And that was the start of my love of gardening, really. And that, and my papa, he loved gardening, so he taught me everything.
I tell you what,
Um,
actually, I did get a bit aggressive once at my parents' house. We had this ginormous bush outside our house. This is when I was living at home.
hmm.
And it was kind of like almost overtaking the window. And they weren't prepared to get it rid of it, but they were happy to kind of do the rest of the work if I had got rid of it. So if you're ever stressed or really angry, go chop down a massive bush.
Yeah, that is quite good actually to get the anger out.
Yeah, it hurt my muscles the next day, I won't lie. It was a proper workout. And then
But
when
it
I
must be your bush, and it must not be a protected plant.
no,
Just so you know,
not just anyone's bush.
because there's lots of like protected trees and things out there, so just be careful.
Oh no, like this is in our little garden, but after that, it was great. Like they made it look really nice. I was just it's like one of those like when you go to like like a room where you can smash up loads of stuff.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember what they're called, but yeah, it was like that. I was just going like attacking this bit. And then eventually when it got to like the root part and the trunk bit because it was quite big. My neighbour saw me going at it, and he was like, "Right, I've got a chainsaw for you if you want me to do the rest." I was like, "Sweet."
Oh
And
my
then
God,
yeah,
I'm petrified of chainsaws. I was meant to do my chainsaw training, but I watched like Texas Chainsaw Massacre like the day before,
oh gosh,
and just the noise, I was like terrified. I was like, I'm not doing it. And still to this day, after watching that film, I'm petrified of chainsaws.
oh yeah,
And not being funny, there aren't many people that use chainsaws that actually still have all their limbs. I remember my teacher had like less fingers than you're meant to have. And I was
oh
like,
okay.
and you're training me how to use a chainsaw and you don't even have all your fingers.
Yeah, but it's best they learn on themselves than show others.
Well, yeah.
Once you've done it, you won't do it again.
Or I think he probably did. But
What got rid of your
less
fingers?
control over the chainsaw when you've got less fingers, isn't you?
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. It's just, yeah, they're dreadful things.
Anyway, you continue. But I just had to get my bush story in.
Yeah. So, yeah. Also, no, not going to say that. Um. So, what are good plants to start with? So, we said about orchids. I think what are they called? Um. Oh no, I'm gonna have like an there.
Like my hanging plants,
Yes.
philodendron.
Yeah, that's a good one. Um.
They are very good ones for draping and kind of trailing down your wall, or if you've got a nice area that you want it to kind of just cover. Eventually, it will start off a bit slow, but once it's in that zone, it looks glorious.
Yeah.
I am, like I said last time, in a flat where it's very cream, very beige, and it's a great way of spicing up my wall by having trailing greenery down it. It's grand.
Succulents is what I was thinking about.
Oh
Don't
yeah,
know. I've got like a mind fart going on right now. I can't think of anything. But yeah, succulents are good because they don't take much water and they're quite good with neglect.
yes, they are because
Also, I think
they're desert plants, aren't they?
mostly, not always.
Oh,
Your cactuses actually are pretty good to start with.
yeah. I've got a little mini one that's called Juan. As he
But
came
actually,
in.
they need to be watered like normal houseplants, cactuses generally. Not overwatered, but they do like to be
No,
watered and
they
they'll
like to be
grow.
pulled from the bottom though.
And if you don't water them, they would survive, but they don't thrive.
No, they won't get any bigger.
So that is a misconception. They take no water whatsoever because they do.
Yeah, mine are having a great time.
Actually, air plants are quite good too. Although, well, they can be quite difficult, but
They're
they,
only great if you don't mind misting them every day. If you forget to mist them every day,
yeah, they go a bit
then
dry.
then they go dry. But they're also probably in a great place to keep in the shower. Not
Actually,
actually,
they're really good to be creative with as well. You can put them anywhere.
yeah, not actually in the shower, can I just stress, in your bathroom. But when you're having a
Right.
shower, the mist from your shower will just naturally water them.
Yeah, they don't have to wait and do anything with them.
No, that was the same with an orchid. If you've got an orchid, you can decorate your bathroom with an orchid because the mist from it just naturally waters it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But air plants, you remember I went through that phase in lockdown where I was like, I need to put air plants on logs
Yeah.
and
They're
things
really
like that.
pretty though. They're really pretty.
Yeah, they are quite nice. And then on rocks, and then I was like, just tie that to the ceiling. I was gluing them everywhere, and you can just glue them. But yeah, I think if you get creative and do what you want with them, you're more likely to look after them as well.
Yes. A good thing also to do is just to kind of check their pot and like if it's dry when you first get it, just gently pull out the pot to see what the roots are looking like.
Hmm.
Sometimes some are kept, but like what if you get ones from like the supermarket, they can be kept quite badly. So if you could just check there's no root rot.
Yeah, if you go out for the supermarket, pretty much water them as soon as you get home because it's
Yeah.
that job's worth that's there on a Saturday that don't want to even do the job. That little
And like
teenager
actually
that's doing it
soak
because
it
they're
too. If you've got like a little bowl or a little saucer, just put some water in it and let it soak from the bottom.
I soak mine in the shower as well. I water with the shower sometimes.
Yeah, no, I've done that fair few times. If I've definitely had a neglection stage, I will put them all in the shower and just give them all a nice
Yeah, they
rainforest
love that.
experience.
Yeah, like all over the leaves and everything, and they're just like,
All over it. Yeah, because it's good for your leaves as well to wash off some of that dust.
all that dust. Yeah, cleans them off. Don't
But
put it
you
on
can hear
like
my
hot
cat,
though or
everyone.
power shower.
My cat, if you can hear him, his name's Orlando. He's very vocal, and after about 10 minutes, he feels neglected. So he just pipes up and craves attention all the time. So
Yeah, it
he
was only
might
a
be,
matter of time before
yeah,
he was
it's
on
a
the
regular,
podcast.
he will be a regular feature in these podcasts because he doesn't.
If he doesn't shut up, he's going to be banned though.
I can't lock him away because he'll scratch on the door.
You're going to have a podcast room.
He's just a very friendly cat, but he loves to use his lungs. And if anyone's met him, they'll know. As soon as they come in, here he is. Hello, nice to meet you. Come in my house. Let me show you the way. Come and love me forever. This is basically him
Hmm.
24/7.
He's very cuddly.
Yeah, and I've sat down this morning and given him a couple of hours for cuddles, but because I haven't done it recently, he's now like, oi, go out on that couch.
He likes your plants too, doesn't he?
Yes, well, I specifically grow him cat grass
He just
because
eats that.
yeah, he does. He loves it. I caught him nibbling on one of my plants before. I can't remember what it is, but it's very leafy and palmy like. But I checked and it was safe for animals. Thank God.
But that's a good way if you have a cat that's eating your plants. Grow them
Get
some
some
cat
cat
grass.
grass. Yeah, it's
And it's
great.
really easy to grow as well. Even if
Yeah,
that's your first plant, try it on your cat.
yeah, it's great. And it literally only takes a week to grow. Literally, you plant the seeds, and then within a few days, you see it poking out, and then yeah, within a week, you've got a ton of cat grass.
Yeah, I think if you want to get started in gardening, just get a house plant. Start with that. Just go get one and just do it.
Yeah, and
Just
you
do it.
if you don't mind cacti, you can get loads of them and just they don't need much watering, obviously, because they're desert plants. So if you don't mind the spiky spikes,
And if it dies, doesn't matter. Get another one. This is how
right,
you learn.
exactly.
Yeah, I've had God knows how many plants I've had die in my life.
I've just had another one recently just give up on me, but sometimes it just has moments where it's like, no, not today.
I think as well, if you want to do like vegetables, that's nice and easy. Start off indoors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You can do like microgreens, just get some cress even, just do that.
Or you can do some herbs.
Yeah, herbs. You can do indoor tomato plants. You can even grow like a lettuce on your windowsill and stuff like that. So that's a good thing. Also, there's these little kits and things. I've got that Miracle Grow Aero Garden, haven't I? And you get these
Okay.
little pods that you must have seen that. You get these little pods, you just put it in. It's like a hydroponic system thing, and it's got a light on it. It's all timed, and all you do is put a little bit of feed in the water, like once every 2 weeks, and it tells you when to do everything. That's really good.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've seen that.
I haven't used mine for a while actually, but I'm gonna set that up again soon. Because you can just grow everything in there. And I had tomatoes on my kitchen table.
Oh, yeah. I remember seeing, I think I saw lettuce.
Yeah, I did that, and you can get a herb one. There's
Yeah,
loads of different ones out there though.
I think I've seen you do lettuce. Yeah, for people that don't have gardens like myself, or
That's good.
you do just want to grow veg in your house, they're really cool.
Actually, do you want to have mine while I move house?
Yeah, I could, but I also have nowhere to put it.
I'll hold on to it. I'm scared I won't get it back.
Hey,
Only because you'll love it.
yeah, I will. And also, I don't want Landy to just like climb on and eat it.
Yeah, it's be like, lettuce.
Vegetables. I might
It'll still
actually
be hungry.
do. Yeah, always, always.
Oh, funny. Um, but yeah, I think really just go get something. Even as a packet of seeds, you can get them anywhere.
It is obviously a great achievement if you buy it straight from the seeds, but at the same time, there is a great achievement of keeping your plant alive when you've bought it.
Yeah. I think just don't be scared of
I,
doing it. Just get into it. Just
it's
do
been
it.
like a year and a half now since I got my first bunch of plants, and like the growth on them now is actually like a really good achievement. And some of them I've propagated as well and created new ones because they had babies.
Oh yeah, you give me some cuttings. I got an
Yeah,
aloe vera off you. That was good. See, and that's how you learn how to pot your plants up.
yeah.
Because I forced you to give me a cutting.
But yeah, also, well, that lovely lady of one of my clients, she gave me, she was moving back to Ireland and she gave me like about four plants because she knows I like the plants because her
I was
house,
well jealous.
yeah, her house was also like another little jungle. So I just took them off her hands, really.
Is that the one that gave me beetroot?
No, that's a different lady, but she also asks like if you ever need any more, and I'm like, maybe not because he's got about 150 odd plants in his flat. But now we're getting a house. It might be
With a
something.
conservatory.
Yeah, I
See,
could,
I can take more on now.
but also it's been winter, so like everything's kind of on the calm.
Yeah, when it's like dead or dormant.
Yes.
Uh, well, I think that sort of covers everything about getting started, really, don't it? Just do it.
Yeah. I tell you what else is a great plant, if you don't mind, a really basic view. A whale fin plant.
Oh yeah, I love that. You gave me a cutting of that too.
Yeah, so basically it's from the same family as the mother-in-law's tongue plant.
Yeah,
It's just one giant leaf. And that's it. But it
yeah.
literally doesn't require much watering. You could literally leave it a month and it will be fine.
But I don't think it should be called like whale fin. I think it should be like a megalodon fin because it's that big.
Mine is big and it's got its little like tall son next to it because it's really
Hmm.
thin and little, but they're great. And you can buy them so tiny and they look so cute.
They are cute.
Yeah, they're just great if you just want a little bit of green in the corner with literally low maintenance cleaning. It's one leaf, one giant leaf. I
Oh,
don't
and do you
even
know what else is really good as well? Plants that get really big, really quick, they're easy. Like the cheese plant or the rubber plant. And you get like a whole
Oh,
tree and they're so easy to look after.
yeah,
And then you really feel like you achieved something because it's massive.
yeah,
And oh yeah, I love a good tree.
yeah. I don't really have much space for a tree, but eventually I will fill that like happiness of having a little tree. I've got a tiny little money plant tree from the client also, but it's very baby still. So eventually, in a few years, that will start looking a bit more cute
That's
looking.
actually really good as well. If you have a partner
Yeah.
that doesn't want these big plants, like Tom, my partner, doesn't really want me to have any more
Only
plants.
because you came and took over his flat, basically. When you moved in, you're like, oh, by the way, I have plant babies.
No, I said I come with a forest, and I was like, either come with a forest or not at all. And he was like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. And now he's not. He didn't realize it was that much of a forest. Yeah, so it can be bad for relationships, but if you buy the plants small, even though you know they're going to get big, like
Yeah.
I've got a zebra plant that Tom doesn't know is going to get, like the leaves are going to get as big as my body,
Well, he will know soon.
but it's only a baby one.
Yeah, but
He'll soon forget anyway.
it will take years to get into that zone.
Yeah, but
So
it is getting bigger already.
it's a great achievement eventually down the line.
It's gonna love my new conservatory. I know that.
And yeah, it's going to thrive in there.
Anyway, I reckon that'll do for today.
I'm still a novice though, guys. So if you ask any questions, aim them all at Ross.
And I need to wake my brain up because, yeah, it's not working today.
It's a Sunday though. Sunday's is day of rest, and it's been raining a lot, so that makes me super snoozy.
Yeah, yeah, I feel a bit like that. But I do actually know stuff. It is my profession.
Yeah, you
Even if
have
I don't come across like
no, you have your
that.
diploma in horticulture,
Yes.
and you are a lot more knowledgeable. And you taught me a lot of things when I started getting my plants. So it doesn't hurt to ask people, but you can also just ask us. Like I'm still basic knowledge, but I'm a lot better, and I've got my mum into plants a bit more now.
It should be lovely to get loads of questions. People just send
Yeah,
in messages, please.
and she was also on that train of, oh, I kill plants all the time. So got her an orchid, and now she's like 4 or 5 orchids in with more plants on her windowsill because she can actually like keep them alive. And that doesn't actually require much because of all the information we've just said with these plants. So if
Hmm.
you don't, yeah,
And actually, it's really important. I think everyone realized how important plants are to people and nature.
yeah,
Just
it's
having one
really,
plant to nurture. It's just nice having that greenery. It's so like chilling.
yeah. So it's obviously made me happy in the sense that it's like changed my flat up a bit and it gives it colour and also that achievement of keeping something alive, but also gives you something to do. I got them in lockdown, so it gave me a bit of purpose.
I'm
And
like imagining you walking around your flat now with like just an ivy leaf just covering your groin.
but also it's really good for your like your air. It releases lots of oxygen for you. Obviously, some are good cleansers and some don't really do as much, but you can research into the ones that are good for your oxygen space.
Yeah, oh, most of them do that. Ivy's the best one, really.
Ivy, yeah.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah,
just buy a plant.
the power of plants is amazing.
It is, yeah. So
And
healing.
even if you think, oh, I only get one because I kill them off, it's an addiction, guys.
It is an addiction.
I started off with about 4 and now I'm over 20. And I still want to continue. I need to propagate some more little guys off my Chinese money plant again because that one's got babies for the second time.
Mine died actually as well, so you can give me one of those.
Yeah. But yeah, there is achievement and like great power of knowing that you can keep your plants alive. But yeah, it just keeps growing. Your collection
Hmm.
will keep growing.
Yeah, you'll go to the supermarket, just see
Tattoo,
one, fancy it.
the addiction of getting a tattoo is the exact kind of same thing. If you've got space to put, if you've got a corner or a shelf, or you want a drapey plant to put on your wall, you will find that space.
It doesn't hurt as much as a tattoo, though.
No.
It's a different sort of addiction, though. You're talking about self-harm now.
Tattoos is not self-harming. It's a
I
form.
found,
It's a form of art.
well, I found it a bit self-harming,
Well, it's not very pleasant, obviously, but
but I enjoyed it.
it's an addictive pain. And I obviously won't encourage youngsters to go get it because you have to be 18. But it is on that same page of, oh, I want more.
I wonder how long it'll take for us to get in trouble, like with podcast police.
Podcast police.
Or get someone like to do something that we've done and shouldn't have.
Well, podcast police, don't tell us off for talking about tattoos.
Hmm.
No,
Self-harm should be talked about.
we're not talking about self-harm. Will you stop saying that?
I can't stop, can I?
Jeez. He always has to go deep and just like turn things a bit dark, and that's not the case, mister.
I don't know why I do that.
No, I don't.
But I do think I better call it a day at that.
Yeah. And just because it's the day before Valentine's Day, I want to wish all my single friends out there a happy Valentine's Day. Hashtag Lonely Hearts Crew.
Oh, and how about getting your wife or husband, instead of flowers, get them a plant?
Yes.
Do
Great way.
that.
They will last a lot longer and you won't be sad when they die.
Yeah, I hate cut flowers.
I like them, but obviously I want them to continue.
Just like, oh my God, it's dead.
Yeah, like obviously it's a really nice gesture and I love getting flowers because obviously being single that doesn't happen a lot. But when you do get when they start to die, you're like, oh, please don't die.
Yes, I have a good Valentine's tomorrow, everyone.
Have a good Valentine's, everyone. I will be babysitting my nieces, so I'll be getting beaten up and climbed all over and stuff whilst my sister goes out on her first day after her having her second child. So happy to do this, but also we'll probably have a really achy back on Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, so goodbye then, everyone.
Have a good Valentine.